Hello everyone. In the present session, I'll cover backup, archive and replication concepts. So under that, first we'll take Introduction to Business Continuity. So business continuity or BC is an integrated and enterprise-wide process that includes all activities. So here all activities in the sense internal and external activities to IT that a business must perform to mitigate the impact of planned and unplanned downtimes. BC entails preparing for, responding to and recovering from a system outage that adversely affects the business operations. Business continuity planning is a process of creating systems of prevention and recovery to deal with potential threats to company. In addition to prevention, the goal is to enable ongoing operations before and during execution of disaster recovery. So collectively, business continuity deals with how any company can overcome from the disaster and what exactly the availability of the data even after disaster recovery is considered. So basically the business continuity deals with program administration, crisis management, business recovery and IT disaster recovery. Information availability. Continuous access to information is must for smooth functioning of business operations. So there are many threats to information availability like natural disaster. Either the disaster may be planned or unplanned. That means unplanned occurrences like cybercrime, human errors or network or computer fail itself. Some of the disaster may be either planned, so that is planned occurrence, for example upgradations, backup or restore. So whenever if you are considering if you are taking the backup or if you are going for restore, so that instant also I cannot predict that whether the information is available, information can be accessed by the user or not, that result in the inaccessibility of informations. So I can say that the information availability may be unavailability may be because of natural disasters or unplanned or planned occurrences, planned or unplanned occurrences. So business continuity is an important process to define and implement these plans. So the business continuity collectively specifies how exactly the data center or the informations can be available for the user, even if there is a unplanned occurrence or planned occurrence is taking place. So business continuity is an integrated and enterprise-wide process that includes all activities. As I said before, the activity may be either internal or external to IT, so that a business must perform to mitigate the impact of planned and unplanned downtimes. So that means the data should be available even if there is a occurrence of any planned or unplanned disasters. Business continuity entails preparing for, responding to as well as recovering from. So that means the business continuity deals with how exactly we can plan, we can prepare for the disaster during the occurrence of disaster, how the entire data center can respond it and how exactly it can recover from the system outages. So it also involves some set of measures such as business impact analysis and risk assessments, data protection as well as security. So the business continuity also deals with the business impact analysis, risk assessment, data protection and security such as disaster recovery and restart. After the occurrence of disaster, so we have to recover the disaster and after recovering the disaster once again, so we have to come back to the normal operating mode. That means restart. to be invoked in the event of a failure. The goal of a business continuity solution is to ensure the information availability. So whatever the situation, either there is a planned or unplanned occurrence, whatever the situation is, the entire business continuity gives a solution in order to ensure the information availability required to conduct the entire business operations. So that means the data, the users need to access the data continuously. So that means the informations must and should available for the users. That means users means authentic users. So information availability. So information availability or IA refers to the ability of the infrastructure to function according to business expectations during its specified time of operation. So business availability refers to the ability of the infrastructure to function according to the business expectations during its specified time of operation. The information availability ensures that the business that people, that means employees, customers, suppliers or partners, can access the information whenever they need it. So that means continuously the data can be accessed by the employees or customers or suppliers or partners. The information availability can be defined with the help of reliability, accessibility and timeliness. So next is reliability. Reliability is nothing but a component's ability to function without failure. So I can say that whenever the component is reliable means a component must be available to function without failure under some stated conditions for specified amount of time. So next we'll take accessibility. What is the meaning of accessibility? So this is the state with which the required information is accessible at the right place to the right user. So that means the informations must be available for the right users at the right time. So that is the meaning of accessibility. So accessibility is a state within which the required informations or requested informations can be accessed at the right place to the right users. The period of time during which the system is in an accessible state is termed as system uptime. What is the meaning of system uptime? So that means the period or the period or time during which the system is accessible. The system is accessible by the user. So that particular amount of time or period of time is called as system uptime. When it is not accessible, whenever the system is not accessible means, so that is called as system downtime. So whenever the system is accessible, that time is called as system uptime. When it is not accessible, it is termed as system downtime. So next we'll take what is the meaning of timeliness. Timeliness is the exact moment or time window. It's the exact moment or time window. That means a particular time of day, week, month or a year as specified, during which the information must be accessible. So that means I can say that it's like validity. So within this particular day or within this particular week or month or year, the data can be accessed. So that is called as timeliness. So timeliness is nothing but the exact moment or time during which the information must be accessible. So that is called as timeliness. So next we'll take what are the different causes for information and unavailability. So I can say that causes may be either planned or unplanned, planned or unplanned incidents that may result in data unavailability. So the planned incidents may be either installations, integrations, maintenance of new hardware or software upgradations or taking backups, as well as application and data restores, facility operations like renovations and constructions, etc., refresh or migrations of the testing to the production environment, etc. So these comes under planned outages. So the information, the major cause of information availability may be either planned or unplanned one. So we can have different planned outages like the installation, integrations, applications and data restore, taking backups. During those instance, there may be a chance of unavailability of data. So in the diagram we can observe that we are having around unplanned occurrences, disaster occurrences around 13% and planned occurrences will be around 87%. So under unplanned occurrences, so we can consider some failures like database corruptions, component failure or human error, and planned may be while taking backups or reporting, data warehouse extractions, applications and data restores, etc. So here we can say that under disaster we are having most percentage for planned occurrences itself compared with unplanned occurrence of disaster. So measuring information availability. The information availability relies on the ability of the hardware as well as software components of the data center. Obviously, I can say that whenever the term information availability comes, so we have to check the ability of the hardware as well as the software components of entire data center. Failure of these components may cause unavailability in the data center. So that means either any component is failed to provide the service. In that instant, it may cause unavailability of the data. The failure is the termination of the component's ability to perform a required function. The failure is nothing but it's not, the component is not performing its task. So that means the component is it's not having the ability to perform the required function. So now we can have different concepts like mean time between failure and mean time to repair to define information availability. So first we'll take what is the meaning of mean time between failure. So mean time between failure, it is the average time available for the system to or the components to perform its normal operations between failure. So for example, at this instant, the system or component is failed. So once again, at this instant, the system or component is failed. But mean time between failure, that means the average time available for the system or component to perform its normal operations between any two failures. So now between these two failures, the system will perform normally. So it will perform or it will behave, it will behave normally. So that is called as mean time between failure. So I will be having the this is one occurrence of failure. So after that it is recovered, and now once again this will be the new failure, occurrence of failure. So between any two successive failure, the system or component are behaving normally. So that time, so this time is called as, this time is called as mean time between failure. So similarly, next we'll take mean time to repair. So it is the average time required to repair a failed component. Suppose in the data center, any component is failed. Suppose any component is failed to provide the service. So at that instant, what is the time required in order to repair this component? That means in order to repair the failed component. So that is called as mean time to repair. Mean time to repair means it is the average time required to repair a failed component. So now we'll take the equation for information availability. So information availability can be considered with respect to system downtime as well as system uptime. So that means IA is equal to system downtime divided by system uptime plus system downtime. So in terms of mean time between failure and mean time to repair, that is MTBF and MTTR, information availability can be expressed as, so this is the equation. So IA is equal to mean time between failure divided by mean time between failure plus mean time to repair. So that is MTBF divided by MTBF plus MTTR. Next we'll take BC terminology. So under that, first we'll consider disaster recovery. So this is the coordinated process of restoring entire system, data and the infrastructure required to support key ongoing business operations in the event of a disaster. So that means after the occurrence of or after the event of a disaster, the process by which we can restore the entire systems, that means data and its infrastructure. So that concept is called as disaster recovery. After disaster, how the entire data center can work normally. So how it can overcome from the disaster. So that is called as disaster recovery. So disaster restart. So next we'll take disaster restart. So this is the process of restarting business operations with mirrored consistent copy of the data and application. So whenever the disaster comes, so the business need to be continued, and from the mirrored consistent copies of data. So that means the users or clients can access the mirrored consistent copies of data so that we can restart the business operations even if there is an occurrence of disaster. So this is the process of restarting business operations with the mirrored consistent copies of data and applications. So next we'll take recovery point objective or RPO. So this is a point in time to which the system and data must be recovered after an outage. So what is the meaning of recovery point objective? Recovery point objective is the point in time in which the system as well as data must be recovered after an outage. So what exactly the time taken by the business or data center in order to recover. So the point in time to which the system as well as data must be recovered after the occurrence of an outage. So that is the meaning of RPO or recovery point objective. So here we can observe that we are having the first point is recovery point objective and the second one is recovery time objective. So here we are having different recovery points or we can consider the backups with respect to seconds, minutes, hours, days or weeks, and different backups technologies like tape backup, periodic replication, asynchronous replication, synchronous replications we can consider. So similarly, in the case of recovery time objective, we can make use of some concepts like tape restore, disk restore, manually we can migrate the data, or global cluster. So these are the two strategies used like recovery point objective and recovery time objective on target. So in the diagram we can observe data recovery point, disruptive event as well as system back online. So we can define two parameters, that is RPO and RTO. So those are recovery point objective and recovery time objective. The recovery point objective is a measure of maximum tolerable amount of data to loss. So that means the data restoration part. So it specifies or which measures the maximum tolerable amount of data to loss. So similarly, RTO, that means recovery time objective, which specifies the system downtime. The system downtime. Even if the system is down, it should not cause any negative impact on the performance. So that is nothing but recovery time objective. So RTO refers to how much time an application can be down without causing the significant damage to the business. So I can say that RTO is nothing but downtime itself, but even if the system is down, it should not cause any significant damage to the business. Some application can be down for few days, or else some high priority applications can be down for few seconds. So RTO is not simply the duration of time between loss and recovery. The objective also accounts for the steps IT must take to restore the application and its data. If IT has invested in failover surveys for high priority applications, then they can safely express RTO in terms of few seconds. That means in high priority applications, I can say that the entire system is down for few seconds only. So that means the IT has invested in failover surveys for high priority applications. So that means they can recover within few seconds. Recovery point objective, that is RPO, is a point in time to which the system and data must be recovered after an outage. So basically RPO specifies the amount of data that can be lost, but it should not cause negative impact on the performance. Recovery time objective that specifies the system downtime, that means the time within which the system's applications or functions must be recovered after an outage. After the occurrence of an outage or disaster, the time within which the entire applications, system as well as functions need to be recovered. So or else in general RTO is nothing but downtime itself.